Good afternoon, everyone. Try that again.
There we go, and now she's got you up on there.
All right, I think now we are ready to roll. Happy New Year, everyone. We are reconvening from closed session into open session, and we'll begin here with the Pledge of Allegiance. And I'll turn to Supervisor Lee.
All right, let's face the flag right there. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can I just say how beautiful it is to look out at all of your faces? It has just been an eon since we have gotten to be together and to be able to celebrate county employees. So I am going to, but first we'll reestablish roll call.
Supervisor Arenas?
Here.
Supervisor Chavez?
Here.
Supervisor Smidian? Supervisor Lee?
Present.
Supervisor Ellenberg?
Here.
Thank you. You have a quorum.
Thank you very much, and thank you for bearing with me as everything returns to a new and elevated normal. Item 7 is to consider recommendations relating to, whoop, that just switched.
Sorry.
Hang on. Item 7 is to consider recommendations relating to certificates of appreciation, commendations, and proclamations. We need a motion to approve those, please.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments or questions? Let's do a roll call vote, please.
Supervisor Arenas?
Yes.
Supervisor Chavez?
Yes.
Supervisor Smidian? Aye. Supervisor Lee?
Aye.
Supervisor Ellenberg?
Yes. All right.
Thank
now-
you. That passes 5-0.
Thank you. And now we get to the fun part of presenting the certificates of appreciation, and I'll turn to Dr. Smith.
To everyone, we're in public, able to celebrate again our Employee Excellence Awards. Just to remind everybody, this is one of the most favorite parts of the month where we get to honor a few of our fabulous employees. We're only going to be able to honor 9 of them today, but they represent the 23,000 who do a fabulous job every day, 24/7, 365. And once you hear their stories, you'll realize what a great group of employees we have. So would the award winners come up here and sit in the chairs beside me to the right and the left? I think you know who you are. Round of applause. Right through the door. So did we get everybody? I think maybe we're missing one, huh? Have a seat. Where are we missing?
Kim Stu's not going to be here today. We're just trying to make you crazy.
Making me crazy. Okay, so how this works is I call your name and you come up here and stand beside me while I read a little bit about you, which was written by your manager. This is our chance to embarrass you in front of everyone that you know. Everybody is welcome to clap, yell, be excited about the winning. Don't throw anything. Okay, so we'll start with Mel DeJesus. Right here, Mel. So Mel is an electrician with FAF in building operations. He's been with us for 16 years. He just recently retired, but his supervisors applied for his nomination for this award because he's highly competent, driven, talented, and works at Elmwood Correctional Complex in Milpitas to try to keep it up to speed. It's a challenging job.
Yes, it is.
It's only like, 60 years old, so actually parts of it are older than that. Mel began with the county in 2006 as an electronic repair technician. He held that role for 10 years, at which time he was promoted to electrician. His abilities and effectiveness are unparalleled. He's highly professional, maintains excellent rapport with the customers. He's willing to assist on any project and always sees the job through to its completion. He's thorough and detail-oriented, correctly completing all documentation and finalizing all works in Archibus. His drive extends beyond work. Mel is an avid traveler who aims to see all 7 wonders of the world and visit all 7 continents. How many have you got so far?
3.
3.
3 for both.
What?
3 for 7 continents and 3 for
3 and 3.
yes.
That's great. Mel adds tremendous value to the building operations division and is an outstanding member of the team. His lighthearted nature makes him a joy to work with. His skills and dedication make him a deserving recipient of this award. I hope you enjoy your retirement, Mel.
I will.
Very good.
Thank you.
Go back here. Actually, we need you. You're going to go to the president, and she's going to give you your award. And then just have a seat back there. Next is Kimberly Bunker. Okay. Nice to see you. Kimberly's a service center manager with ESA, has been with us for 7 years. Kimberly always goes above and beyond to help others in every way she can. She's a service center manager in the Employee Benefits Department, managing the Sheriff's Office Service Center. Ooh, that's challenging.
That's fun.
When people come into the center, she makes sure they receive the best customer service possible and gives them all the correct answers in a timely manner. Kimberly oversees a wide variety of services, a small sample of which includes job announcements, offer letters, security clearance, transfers, promotions, demotions, paternity and maternity leaves, retirements, separations, and anything else you can think of. She's extremely thorough, reviewing all documents, PeopleSoft entries, and all requirements for the job. Kimberly picks up additional tasks when anyone asks her to do it. She's humble and never complains. The decisions that Kimberly makes every day are a small reflection of her value, and they are amazing service to the public. She gives positive reinforcement, leads by example, demonstrates integrity, communicates effectively, and makes hard decisions while she motivates and inspires others. Kimberly makes sure her staff feel valued. She has made the ESA Center feel like a small family. Kimberly demonstrates the highest level of public service. Her compassionate, conscientious, and professional manner make her a highly deserving employee. Congratulations. Good job. That is a hard job.
Too nice.
We all have complicated personnel issues, but you should see what happens in the Sheriff's Department. Paul McDonough. Hi, Paul. Paul's our debt manager officer with the finance agency, controller treasurer's department for 12 years. And because of him, we qualify for all of our loans and make sure that we keep a good record and a good rating. Paul is skilled and knowledgeable about debt management. He's customer-focused, always looking for a mutually agreeable solution. He's calm, dependable, and friendly. His detailed knowledge of the $2.1 billion debt portfolio that the county has and the history of all the various assets is impressive as an asset itself. When the pandemic hit in March of 2020, Paul volunteered to be a part of the EOC finance team and served as the deputy chief during the initial months of the activation. Paul leads the county's cash committee. The county's cash committee position receives increased attention, and he makes sure that we're always liquid. In 2021, Paul led the unit's effort to assist in the issuance of 27 general obligation bond financing on behalf of school districts. During the pandemic, Paul developed and managed public meetings known as TEFRA meetings to make sure that money that was collected from taxes was used in a public way. Through all these changes, he adeptly handled the increased workload. Paul has proven himself an outstanding asset. Congratulations, Paul.
Thank you. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it. Keep us forward and understand. See, I don't have to ask you for your signature.
No. Every one of our employees has a key position, but Paul's is particularly important because it keeps us on the right financial direction. Thank you much, Paul. Susan Davis. Hey, Susan, how you doing? Turn around and face these guys. Over there's your party. Susan is a deputy public guardian conservator with Social Services Agency and has been with us for 21 years. For the past 16 years, she's served as a deputy public guardian conservator managing multifaceted conservatorship cases. Throughout her tenure as in the conservator's office, she has been a true advocate for the county's most vulnerable residents. She has worked tirelessly for the clients who have no longer other advocates for themselves. Susan is a fantastic colleague. She is always available for consultations, providing sound and sage advice. She assists in the onboarding of new employees with multiple opportunities to shadow her and look through complex cases. She's a wonderful communicator and sets a high bar for for accountability and work ethic. She's calm and pragmatic in times of high stress and a steady influence in the probate ongoing unit. Susan has developed a strong rapport with her clients and always strives to do the best for them. She's a wonderful person who's made the entire office a better place to work. Susan, this award is well deserved. Good job. Matthew Carroll.
Want to stand on this side or the other side?
Yeah,
Okay.
just don't stand so close. It makes me look small. I am small. Matthew's a deputy sheriff with the sheriff's office in the patrol division. He's been with us for 8 years. Deputy Carroll is a true asset to the office. He is assigned to the patrol division for South County in the rural crimes, as the rural crimes deputy. In that role, he has built a strong relationship with the agricultural and ranching communities. In 2022, Deputy Carroll drafted and procured a no trespassing signs for all farming and ranch properties. He was also instrumental in developing training bulletin for the entire department regarding the new livestock pass program, which enables ranchers to access their animals during emergencies. Deputy Carroll is extremely valuable to patrol. He and the ranchers regularly are called for assistance, and he has always followed up on these cases. His strong interpersonal skills enable him to communicate effectively with sworn personnel, animal control, environmental health, and fish and wildlife. If you can communicate with fish and wildlife, you're pretty good. They're challenging. He has a wealth of knowledge and excellent training skills, sharing his experience in many ways. He's a field training officer who conducts training related to his rural crime responsibilities. He's an instructor for the academy and one of only 3 instructors for strategic communication. Deputy Carroll is engaging and disciplined, and he's a superb mentor. His positive attitude, strong work ethic, and give him a respected role in the department. Thank you very much. Deputy. Good job.
Thank you.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Mindy Miller. Mindy is a rehabilitation counselor in behavioral health services. She's been with us for 20 years. She's a dedicated employee who takes her advocacy and support of patients and coworkers to the next level. Mindy has been with the county for 20 years and got into the field of addiction medicine as a nurse. She is a valued colleague, often covering or supporting coworkers when they are sick or beset with unexpected situations. Over the course of the pandemic, Mindy stepped up several times to cover for colleagues. Mindy truly goes beyond the call of duty. For her patients, she steps in to help and find solutions to all crises that are facing them and that they are experiencing. She advocates for them in the highest levels and stays with them till they reach their goals. In her spare time, she has raised donations to create a trust fund that is used to help clients who are unable to pay clinic fees. Wow, that's great.
Actually, it's some family money.
Family money?
We give a little every year. It's not mine.
Take credit for it.
Okay.
Okay,
One more correction. I've been here 29 years now.
29. Well, I didn't believe it.
I started in the lab. Hi, Dr. Mayat.
She started when she was 10. Okay, 29 years. Now you made me lose my place. Outside of work, Mindy loves spending time with family and friends, traveling and exploring nature. She loves to cook and bake And as her friends and colleagues know, she loves to share her delicious creations. Mindy, thank you for all your time and wealth. Good job. Thank you. Winnie is one of the great people who spends her time doing what's important in our community, providing care for the mentally ill, and that's a high priority for the board, as they've recently acknowledged that behavioral health service is a public health emergency. So thank you, Wendy, and thanks to all your colleagues, Mindy, for everything you do. Stephen Wong. Stephen is Assistant Administrative Laboratory Director at the Health System Clinical Laboratory. He's been with us for 10 years. I got it right. Stephen is the leader in the clinical lab. He has a deep commitment to our mission and vision and the knack for encouraging others to feel the same way. Since joining the county, Stephen has demonstrated strong technical and analytical skills and has consistently strived to tackle new challenges at the top of his lab duties. He's been an eager learner, always devoted to ensuring clinical lab procedures are top-notch. He rose rapidly to the supervisorial position and over the years has been involved with various aspects of the lab as diverse as mentoring, overseeing interns, managing and improving point-of-care testing, designing and implementing inventory systems, and many other things. More recently, Stephen stepped up when asked if he could add a computer system to his list of responsibilities. He's now performing roles that were previously held by 2 managers. Don't tell anybody you're not supposed to be doing 2 jobs. Stephen is supportive of his personnel and always willing to lend an ear. He fosters an atmosphere of trust and pleasance. He's a strong and quiet leader who allows his staff to shine, encouraging them to strive for personal and professional goals. Thank you very much, Stephen, for everything you do. Good job. Strong member. Baruz Gorbani. I hope I didn't mess up your name too much.
Perfect.
I got it. If everybody had a simple name like Smith, it would be fun. But then life would be uninteresting. Okay, Baruz is a senior plan check engineer with the Department of Planning and Development. Has been with us for 4 years. He has exceptional professional and personal skills that make him a customer service star. He's offering in-depth review of submitted plans and then coming up with solutions to problems that arise. He's an outstanding communicator, both with applicants and with the county team, serving to best expedite all of the processes of permitting. On one side, he's known for his commitment to promoting public health and safety by performing thorough and thoughtful reviews. And on the other, he's got a remarkable ability to explain issues and offer guidance, garnering from the department many kudos and also from his applicants. Supervisor Simidian, I think that's on one hand and the other. Baruz deals efficiently with all types of applicants and information. He has an organized mind and is a great researcher, tracking down and gathering documents that solve problems. He's an asset to the team, creating various templates, stamps, and forms to save time and provide consistency. Thank you, Baruz, for your contributions and your great work.
Thank you.
one more moment. Okay, so a round of applause for all of our award winners. I hope you agree that the stories are all inspiring. I come home after this meeting every month thinking, boy, these are great people I work with. So go forth, do good. Thank you all. Congratulations for your work. And now you can celebrate.
Wait, Dr. Smith, just almost they can celebrate. I think we're going to do a photo with all of the awardees together with the board. And before that commences, I just want to make a quick public service announcement to my colleagues as a reminder if there are commendations or proclamations that you want to present. We've, of course, been doing them on the Tuesday meetings, but this is really the ideal spot. So keep that in mind and make sure that you submit to this agenda rather than Tuesday. Let's take a picture, following which we will adjourn to the Board of Supervisors meeting on Tuesday, January 10th at 9:30 right here.
We're going to move these chairs so you can have a picture without the chairs.
Congratulations, all of you. This is very exciting. I don't know if we used to be able to shake hands, but I'm just going to say, yay!
Congrats.
Okay,
work.
everyone look at Valerie.
And Valerie's going to tell us where to go.
Just tell us what to do. Okay, come on.
That's probably me. I'll get to the back. Yeah.
Folks in front, but let's have some people coming around the sides that were, like I'm walking up.
I was gonna say, like, you're watching my mask craze. It's a big. Congrats.
This way? Just pedal right in. Thank you. Now go celebrate. Congratulations. This is a great
That's right. For real. Well deserved. Absolutely. I'll make sure. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Supervisor. Thanks again. Keeping our debt premium is really, really. Yes. We have a good team helping us. We do. Amen. Yeah. Thank you. Take care.
I just wanted to introduce myself. I know. Rhonda Schroeder. We have talked for many years.
Yes, we have.
It's like, wow, I can finally say hello. It's nice to
So
meet you.
I know it's so weird how you just talk to people, email and talk, and then,
Yeah.
and I feel like that. I feel like that's a lot of people. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're just so used to doing things, especially the last few years. So.
I know. Well,
thanks, Rhonda.
congratulations on your
Thank you so
award.
much. Thank you. Take care. Thanks.